So guys, this is the video that has been trending on the social media where Elrufai sent a direct message to Tinubu. This is coming after these bad headers went to Plateau State and killed more than 30-something people. I mean, after what we saw recently in Benue, these headers, I mean Fulani headsmen, still went to Plateau State and killed people. In short, they said they alerted the security heads, but nobody came to their rescue. If not for the vigilantes, you know, the numbers of those who were killed would have been more. I'm just going to allow you to take a look at the message Elrufai is sending to Tinubu. And Tinubu should not forget what happened to Buhari, how Buhari died and all he got was just bad reactions from Nigerians, because Nigerians will not forget. Now take a look at what Elrufai said.
State, where 27 farmers, including children, were killed by gunmen in an attack on Bindi, a community in Rion local government area of the state. The gunmen also set houses ablaze. Around 3 a.m. on Tuesday, the governor of the state, Caleb Mutfwang, declared on Wednesday that the era of unknown gunmen attacking communities in the state must end. He made the comment during his visit to Bindi community. Mutfwang expressed concern that the attack occurred despite intelligence warnings and urged security agencies to overhaul their tactics, arrest the perpetrators, and remember that their primary duty is to defend lives and property, not just to keep peace. Let's take a look.
We promise you, Rion will not come down. By the grace of God, we will use every means at our disposal to make sure that this genocide comes to an end. I don't know who will tell me that what happened yesterday is farmers' herders clash. This is an act of terrorism. This is pure genocide, and I can assure you that we'll escalate this matter.
All right, Mutfwang there, he's reiterated his point, like he's done earlier. He's called this a complete genocide, Rufai. But in the meantime, affected community members stated that they received early warning information before the attack occurred and reached out to security agencies. However, they did not receive response in time. They spoke with News Central. Let's take a look.
There was an early warning information, but we called. We didn't get response. If to say the security responded at the time we called them, this wouldn't have happened.
This is part of the collusion and the complicity of the security agents that have been sent to respond to a distress cause, but they couldn't, and it led to this. We must commend the SCF operatives that were stationed at SOAP, because if not that they have stood their ground, the actually fatality would have been higher than this.
I am calling on the governor as the chief security of this state. He should do something to Riom local government. He should do something to these people. People are becoming homeless. People are becoming fatherless. People are becoming motherless.
I mean, you can hear them. They said they received intelligence report. They reached out to security, yet they did not get a response in time. I mean, what are the security agents doing in Plateau State there? Let me take Plateau government's tweet. They wrote, legalize guns, simple, so all men can defend themselves and family, even their communities, because these killings are too much. How can a community just sit and wait for people to come and kill them and go without defending themselves? Well, Abdul Kari wrote, a governor is the chief security officer of the state. His work is to secure life and property of the people of the state. But many of these governors are incompetent, but people make it easy for them because anything that happens in the state, instead of people to hold them accountable, they will be calling president in Abuja. Rufai, we've had this sort of conversation before. We saw the governor there, you know, just almost helpless, looking like, you know, he's helpless, which we don't understand why he's looking so helpless. You have intelligence, you have security. Please fish out these people. This cannot continue happening in Plateau State. Rufai.
Very sad one. First, my commiserations to the lives lost.
Yes.
But this morning, I'd like us to check, maybe you can, by any directory, just check the meaning of a genocide.
Genocide, yeah.
It means the deliberate killing of a large number of people from a particular nation or ethnic group with the aim of destroying that nation or group. Can we look through how many people have been killed between Mangu, this is in Riom, right?
This is in Riom.
And other local governments around Plateau in the last 6 months to a year? Can we calculate? Today is 32. The death toll here has gone up to 32. It's been happening serially, sometimes 10, 15 and everything.
Yeah.
Cumulatively, the death toll is going close to 500 to 1,000. And it's consistent. And we seem not to be able to nip people in the bud. I'll give kudos to the security agencies when we give kudos to them. The DSS is trying, looking at the situation. But how can we get to the root of this that it never happens again? How come these people do it and they go? In the case of Benue, it was when the president said, you mean they did not arrest anybody?
Yes, that was
then
when
the police
had the IG come out.
Paraded some suspects. The question is, what happened to the suspect afterwards? And why didn't the police arrest those people until the president spoke? Am I missing something there? So all hands must have to be on deck.
Yes.
We need to look into this critically and see. Very soon, a lot of people will come and challenge the governor and say he doesn't know what he said when he mentioned genocide.
Exactly.
But what does this look like? You that in your eye, some people say, oh, let's be fair and balanced, let's be this and that. Okay, I've put the analysis. Consistent serial killing of a particular group of people. It's not that it's for crime or criminal. It's not that they're coming to steal from them. They don't cut away their property. No. Or did they just kill them and go? Or did they collect, okay, maybe they collect land for them.
No,
so
I mean,
the houses are still
there. We have
so they killed them.
The
so it's not that they carted away property and all of that. So the houses are still there.
Yeah.
So what is that? As a right-thinking member of society, see,
where are the visuals?
The truth has to be said. In Section 14 of the Constitution, the reason why we surrender our sovereignty to the government is for protection and security of lives. The moment people start to doubt the capacity of the government to protect them, it's an anarchy situation, and I don't want that. That's why this conversation about let people get guns. Because if you say people should get guns, then for me, I might be wrong, it's a contravention of Section 14 of the Constitution that says the security of people, of life and property, sole responsibility of the government. Yeah. In other climes where people get guns like America, it's because that was written into the Constitution. And it was written into the Constitution for a specific reason. So that people do not have the autonomy of violence over the other. And that's why there's an amendment in the Constitution that deals with the capacity to be able to bear firearms.
Yeah. Is it fair to assess him based on 2 years?
Of course, it is fair to assess him. He has assessed others based on 1 year. He has assessed others in the past. You see, the beauty of the 21st century is there is an audit trail of what you have said or done. When Jonathan was president and Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu tweets then, as far as security is concerned, the buck stops at the president's desk. You bring that out to him and show him when he tries to say, oh, governor, go and fix your security problem. No, the governor cannot fix security problems because defense, police, security is exclusively federal. As governors, we were chief security officers only in name. Okay, so don't outsource security to the states. Fix it. Hire more boots on the ground, equip them, retool them, and so on. And Charles, for the last 12 months or up to 18 months, every month, 100 billion naira is deducted from the Federation account and sent to the security agencies. Why is there no improvement? In 2024, over 2.2 million Nigerians were abducted. 615,000 were killed. Is Nigeria at war? These numbers are worse than the 8 years of Buhari. In 1 year. This is data from Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. So it's government data. I'm not quoting something out of the air. So for that 100 billion that goes out every month from Federation account, without appropriation by the National Assembly, by the way, without appropriation by the state assemblies, because part of the money belongs to the states. So each state assembly is supposed to appropriate that part. So the entire deduction and expenditure is unconstitutional. It's an impeachable offense. But it has been going on for more than 15 months from the last time I checked. So where has that 1.5 trillion gone? What is it being used for? Why is the security situation just getting worse? Why is the government asking communities to protect themselves? Look, well, President Tinubu's government has felt woeful. Look, beyond...
Jay, should I be honest with you? The Tinubu political clout or capacity is exaggerated. Yes. President Tinubu is not us. In fact, the confidence and arrogance of that political class and dynasty is a corrupt and criminal electoral process. President Tinubu stays in Ikoyi in Bodilon under Etiosa. In 2023, he did not vote in Ikoyi. He registered in Alausa, Ikeja. Peter Obi won Ikeja and Etiosa. That was home and away. He won Lagos. President Tinubu is the first person who won presidency by losing all the major states. He lost Kanu, lost Abuja, lost his home state of Lagos, and then Rivers, whatever happened with the shenanigans with the FCT minister there. So look, if we fix elections, and that is why today, no matter what, if you take away criminality and thuggery, people were flogged out of polling units in Lagos during the elections. Allow free and fair election and let us taste popularity. If you take away the touts and arrogance and criminality, all the Yashini do talk and all of that, take away the Agberus, let us see who truly is Godfather and how influential. Influence is popularity. You should be able to be confident that people love you enough for them to vote for you without coercion, without bullying, or without any form of violence. So look, the ADC as it is, if they put their acts together, and if they were not that serious, the ruling party will not be as G3 as they are. All the statements you are seeing is because even the ruling party does not know how 2027 will play out. But guess what? 2027 is even beyond APC and ADC. The real opposition in 2027 and the more than 200 million Nigerians who are victims of reckless and irresponsible leadership. The persons who are in hunger, multi-dimensional poverty, victims of insecurity. That is the people's opposition. So Nigerians must wake up and rise above political figures as opposition and know that you and I, if Obi does not become president, what does he have to lose? If Atiku does not become president, he's a former vice president, one of the wealthiest persons in the country. So the real victims of what we are talking about are you and and I, the average Nigerian. All right, Jay, the only sectors that are doing well in Nigeria today is crime and criminality. Every other sector is in trouble. That is why you can see people, an ICC that was built 30 years ago for 28 million is renovated for 39 billion and renamed after who renovated and not who built. There is a desperation for self-gratification and financial aggrandizement. There are no consequences. People are playing God when Nigerians are languishing in impoverishment, extreme and multi-dimensional poverty. So when you put the economic indices of the country on a scale now, you know that we need to rescue ourselves. And if you agree that Nigerians must save themselves, Nigerians are suffering now. A lot is going on. That is why when you talk about President Buhari dying, Nigeria, we are in an unfortunate situation where we spent money maintaining the life of a president when he was alive. And even in death, taxpayer money will still be used to repatriate the body back to Nigeria. Because everything will be at the expense of the Nigerian state. Meanwhile, people are dying for malaria in Nigeria. People are dying for smaller sicknesses or illnesses than what killed President Buhari. Yet he could not build one hospital. So Nigerians are in a dilemma. We must find a way to rescue ourselves. So we must pay attention. The coalition should know what to do. They must read the room and know whatever that is going on, the sentiment. So what do you think can happen? See this issue of poverty and the rest of it. It will not change. What is the cause of poverty in Nigeria? A bad economy. Why is our economy bad? We do not produce. We are a non-productive nation. What exactly is going on? Corruption. 60% of the country's budget is outrightly stolen. Brazen criminality. What is going on in government is thieves. People stealing. And there are no consequences. Look at insecurity. It cannot end because the more money you pour into it, it has become an investment. The National Security Advisor said in Plateau that the weapons that are used to kill people in Plateau, Benue State, are weapons that were stolen from government armory. Criminals are stealing weapons from government, using to kill citizens, and government cannot protect them. So there will be no better time because the tragedy about Nigeria is that there is no worst case scenario. Because things are this bad does not mean it will not get worse. So if you say you want to solve poverty, you wait for 2027 for them to rig themselves back into power, you have 4 years of more disenfranchisement.
So guys, I don't know why leadership is always the problem in Nigeria. These leaders, sometimes you just keep wondering, what is it that it's making it difficult for them to actually lead the people well? You know, the monies they are using in office is not their money, it's the nation's money. Just, they borrow a lot, they get a lot, and at the end of the day, Nigerians cannot benefit. I'm just wondering how it is difficult for Tinubu to come out and call the Fulani headsmen to order, because Tinubu is seeking a re-election. Anytime you see all these APC members, they can't call a spade because of their own political interest. Have you ever seen an APC governor or elder statesman or leader or party member calling out the Fulanis? No, they keep quiet because they know they are covenant with the Fulanis. Because when all these things were happening under Buhari, people thought, yes, it's because Buhari is a northerner, is a Fulani man. But you can imagine all these things happening under a southerner. I mean, somebody who is said to have come from Lagos, and they know what these threats are doing to the nation's image. They are damaging the image of Nigeria. But Tinubu does not deem it necessary to call these Fulani headsmen to order and tell them to stop their menace just because he's seeking re-election. So guys, one is just wondering, when is all these things going to end? If you had watched Ojokbe today on Arise TV, you will hear what Ojokbe is saying. I'm tired of telling people, of condoling people, because these things will still happen again since there are no active measures that is being taken, you know, to stop these headers from invading the country and buying people just to take over their lands and what belongs to them. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.